What's up, everybody in the Line Time Army? What is going on? It is your boy, Mr. Biggs here. We are sitting in the stop and go traffic of South LA. Oh my goodness. It is a lot of traffic out today. But you know what? It's worth it because today I got a little tip from one of our members on the team, Mr. Spanky. He was generous and nice enough to call me and let me know, hey, Uber has a new beacon that lights up. It's kind of like what Lyft does. So when the Uber passengers request a ride, they can kind of pick what color they want their phone to light up. So when I get close, their phone can turn, like, let's say, yellow on the screen, and my beacon will turn yellow so they can see me and I can see them quickly. So it's a cool little technique. But on top of that, it's awesome because it glows while you're using it the whole time. It's got an 8-hour glow life, so that's kind of cool. It's going to put more money in my pocket, so I am definitely going to get it. So that's cool. I went out there and got it. The only place that you could get it is Redondo Beach. So today I had to work all the way up in San Bernardino and then come back all the way down to Redondo Beach. That took a little time. But here it is right now. Let's see, it's 5:30, and I'm just now getting through the Carson area. And that's my boy J-Star checking in right now. What's up, big dog? And so we got the beacon. It's free. And now we're gonna be heading back. I got to check in with, I got a lead on some software for video editing. So that's cool. I'm going to see what's up with that deal. I'm trying to get a hold of the Adobe Master Suite so I can use the best software to edit these videos that I'll be making. So we got a lot going on this week. It's been busy, and you just kind of have to flow with it. So I didn't drive as much this last week as I normally would want to, but I think we'll be in good shape. We will find out tomorrow, and I'll probably drive tomorrow night just to sprinkle a little bit more cash on top of it, but we should be good. Other than that, everything was pretty decent so far. We've got Team Alpha Task Force is going to be meeting back up again here shortly. A lot of guys want to, check in with each other and see what's going on. And, it's good because everyone's enjoyed their summer, and we got to get back to our preps and, just maintain the expired items and grow it a little bit in the direction wherever you're not, totally flush with, supplies. So we're going to be doing that. I'm really debating whether to start a completely new channel or literally just pour all my effort into this older channel. I'm really heavily leaning towards starting the new channel. And if I do, I will create a video about the new channel, and I will post it on, as the very first, video that plays on this channel. So we'll see how that goes. But so far, so good. Everything's been going pretty well. Like I said, last month was a little hectic. This month is flowing pretty good. And we will see how it goes tomorrow. I think I'm gonna try to aim to drive tomorrow night and Wednesday night. I'm gonna take a night for myself, which I haven't really done in a long time. So tonight we're gonna recuperate, recover. Got to go cook some dinner tonight. get some energy and kind of revitalize myself. But you know, this weekend, man, we had like a lot of events going on around LA. There were like 5 teams playing sports, 2 soccer teams, the World Series, both hockey teams, basketball. It was crazy. It was everything going off. So on top of that, I think, everything was pretty good. We stayed busy. We had a lot going on, but, everything worked out. I started driving my first rides for Lyft this weekend. On Sunday, I drove for like 2 hours for Lyft, and I enjoyed it. It was cool. It's good, like I said, to have a backup plan. That's what Uber is my financial backup plan. And now I have Lyft as well, so it's a secondary financial backup plan. If technology fails you with Uber, which it has in the past a couple times, switch over, drive for Lyft, keep the party going, keep the income flowing. So the money is okay with Lyft. For the amount of drives that I had, it was more, but I kind of feel like if I drove in LA, Lyft wouldn't really do justice. It wouldn't be as busy. But being that I'm in South Orange County, people tend to like to use Lyft. So I'm gonna use it every so often. Just to get a good basis on it, I'm gonna do like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday with Lyft, and Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday with Uber, and see how it goes. Who knows? It may come a point. Oh wow, look at that cool sun oval there. It's kind of weird. It may come a point where I would just drive nothing but Lyft, but as of right now, it's probably not going to happen. I'm going to be straight up. I do want to get to 200 drives with Lyft. Then you get the beacon for Lyft. And today, we picked up our beacon for Uber. So Uber now does a beacon. They're slow to the party, I know, because they don't listen. They don't learn from the other competition. But, Lyft beat them to the beacon. Uber just now figured it out. So we'll see how it goes. I don't know how efficient it'll be. Now I'll let you know. But it is good to have, that something that stands out from the crowd and gets you paid, It's good to be able to get paid a little bit better than not having the beacon, right? If they can see you and they like the fact that you are using the technology, the highest technology, people like that. And I've experienced that with having my tablet on the dash. They like it. So when they see it, they tip more and more often. So you might as well go with technology. If there's advantages that are being given to you, take them. It doesn't matter that it's with this company or that. Any advantage, take it. If it's an inch, take it. If it's 2 inches, take it. Take whatever you can get, because if you can move ahead, move ahead. So, but yeah, I had an action-packed day. I am kind of tired tonight. I will get in my office and hit the computer a little bit. I need to do some housekeeping. I need a lot of stuff going on, and so I got to get next month's bills ready, and organize life. So I did find something pretty cool that Dave Ramsey was talking about on the radio show. Organizing, all sides of life, estate planning, CPA, all of that. Having those Rolodex positions filled when the time comes. I think that's important, and I think it's not just for people who make millions and millions of dollars. I think it's for everybody. You may not need them all right now, But I do think that it's good to have them ready to go in the event that you do come up on money, or the event that you need to rock and roll with somebody. You've got it covered, you know. For example, the President of the United States, he has several copies of several things, right, with him at all times. And I like to have the theory that I should have, and it's well thought out. So, but yeah, so we've had a good day. We were very productive, and making the most of it. Even though I'm not driving for Uber or Lyft tonight, I'm able to still get some new and improved gear for the car, and be ready for it. I plan on killing it tomorrow night, and I'm going to be ready for my Wednesday as my hangout day. But even then, I'm still doing work. I got a oil change planned for Wednesday, so we'll see how it goes. I may have to postpone it and push it over to Thursday or Friday, but I don't know. It is something else, man, I tell you. So anyways, that's what I've been up to. I got a lot of stuff to do. Appreciate you guys, watching the videos and checking in with us. If you haven't done so already, go in that corner over there. Click on our icon. That's the family crest for Lime Time Industries. Click on that. Be part of the family. Watch the evolution and growth of this channel and or other channels, our teams, and everything we're going. And if you like the activity, give me a big touch that like button, baby. Yeah. Throw those comments down below. Tell us what you're working on. What are you up to? How your week's been going? How your day's panning out? Are you ready for the fall? We are in fall, and we are days away from Halloween. They customize luxury cars. That's what VIP style stands for. So I like that style, and I kind of not so much with this car, but I'm gonna kind of gear it a little bit on my side as well. Make the little roly-poly a VIP Japanese version. It's kind of cool. So I had a buddy that hit me up yesterday. He had taken off and moved everything he owns from Sacramento all the way out to Arizona, and I think he's around Phoenix area. He does not like Arizona, and he's coming back, but this time he's coming to South LA. I'm like, uh-oh, SoCal, huh? You want to come this way from Arizona? I was telling him, I don't know. I would tough it out over there, far better than I would tough it out here. But, I'm not there. I'm not him. I don't know what he's going through. But he's saying that he'd much rather live in SoCal. So, food for thought, guys. Do your homework before you move your whole entire family. You really got to connect with people that are there in that area that are doing what you want to be doing. Even if it takes 3-4 more months to figure it out, I think it's a wise choice to stop and figure that out before you commit to thousands and thousands of dollars of, packing everything up, leaving your employment there, and, getting a big Ryder truck or a U-Haul and driving all the way back. It's tough. And sometimes you may put your relations, your vendors and all your stuff over on the other side where you came from in a predicament, because they might not be able to offer you everything that they offered you before, and or the same rates. And there's a lot of stuff to think about. So with that being said, I think it's important that you think things out before you just jump the gun. So I've been thinking about moving out of this state for a long time, but I haven't really sat down and crunched the numbers. And just like that, what I said before I do something like that, where I'm moving out of state. I've been here since the early 90s. So I've been here for a while. I've got a lot of, vendors and people in position. I've got things pretty ironed out here. But, you may have to leave, fairly quick. You never know what'll happen in life, but you need to be liquid. You need to move very quickly if you need to get out of harm's way or move to an advancing area, right? If this area here fails to keep you employed in such a way, let's think back to 2007 when the recession started to take place. I kind of seen it coming, and I was managing valets at the time as my part-time gig, while I had a pretty lucrative career in facility management. So I saw this coming. I saw that the main career that I was with, they were freaking out. They were a big insurance agency. So they can see, them maybe having to pay some claims out. Things could get real dicey. So I saw the writing on the wall. I noticed that the frugal money that was just flowing in 2007, early 2007, it started to really come to a head. We were parking cars, about 2,000 cars a night, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Then they started to dwindle down to about 1,800 cars. Then they started to go down to about 1,600 cars. You're talking big number drops, right? And we're still having, a lot of valets there working it. So I had to cut back on valets. You have to move and groove according to the environment that you're in. So I had to quickly ascertain, what's going on? Why are these numbers dropping? And then that number went down to 1,000 cars every weekend, and that was where my cutoff was. I'm not going to be doing all this work out here and getting half the money that I was getting, right? If you have 1,000 cars tipping at a certain rate, and then you have, you had 2,000 cars, now you go to 1,000 cars, there's half of your money, more than half, because, your tips are more than what you're getting paid. So when I saw that on the wall, I had to change it up, and I did, and I went to education, and, I rode out the storm. But I tell you, you have to be ready. I was not financially ready to leave the state. If I had to, I would have been up a creek on that one. But luckily for me, I ran across Dave Ramsey and his Total Money Makeover, and that gave me enough edge to be ready for another storm. So I quickly started the Total Money Makeover program, and I paid off roughly about $68,000 of debt. $68,000 at that time. That's a lot of money. A lot of money in debt. But that was the the nature of things. That's how everybody was rolling. Everybody was just, in debt. We all loved debt, and we were racking it up. I was one of them, I really, it's not that I didn't know any better. It's just that there was nobody telling me not to, get into debt. They were like, yeah, you need credit cards. You need a good credit score. Watch your credit score. That means you need to play the debt game, right? You need to play their game with the banks. Nah, I wish I hadn't, because that's a lot of money I wasted, So anyways, long story short, have those backup plans ready, and keep continuously evaluate your team. Grow your team, cut your team, constantly evaluate it, because you never know what kind of predicament you're going to be in. Constantly, keep in mind of places that you could go in the event of a major recession if it comes back. If we lose a lot of money, the economy goes crazy, jobs are hard to come by, you need to be ready. If you're not ready, nature will wipe you out. And it's a funny way that it has. I'm not saying that it's always going to happen. I'm just saying, it could happen. So you need to be prepared. So either way, I'm very fortunate for everything that's happened to me so far. I finally got a career that I really love, and I'm on a financial path that I don't mind. It's not ideal yet, but it's getting there. So, it's a work in progress. But when I look back at all the hard work I had to do to get there, the years and years of putting up with crap, just to get there, it was worth it. So anyways, that's my food for thought. And I'm just going to keep running the video right now because there's no reason not to, right? I've got at least another 5 to 10 minutes before I even come close to getting off. We're still on the 405. There's a reason why they call it the 405. It takes you 4 or 5 hours to get anywhere you want to go. And that's pretty much it, like it's nonstop. You're seeing, I'm moving now, but there's wall-to-wall brake lights up ahead. And, it wasn't moving so well back there. So we finally made it out of Long Beach into Lakewood. Right now we're going into Seal Beach, and we're heading into Orange County. Yeah, OC, baby. Orange County's my stomping grounds. That's right, for now. For now it is. But, you got to look into what are you going to do? If you have to leave this area, where are you going to go? Who's going to go with you? Do you have an immediate family? Do you have a secondary family, like your people that don't live in your household but still family in that area? How are you going to communicate? How are you going to get across, these ideas and whatnot? And, for example, today, when we go, traveling in a group, like Team Alpha Task Force, for example, I had Spanky with me today. He wanted me to lead the drive from Tustin all the way to Redondo Beach. So what we do is we have newer phones, Android phones, right? We use split screen technology. So half of the screen is displaying Waze, and the other half is displaying Voxer. Voxer is an app that is like a walkie-talkie app. So normally, back in the days, every car would come with 4 radios. And when you had a situation when you were going to caravan or convoy to a location together as a team, you're going to use defensive driving techniques, offensive driving techniques, and you're going to do it in such a way where your team is moving faster than everyone else on the road, and they're controlling 1 or 2 or more lanes of traffic to where we're blocking cars, letting cars through, we're creating our own gaps. We are moving efficiently on the freeway in any type of traffic. It doesn't matter if you're bumper to bumper. It really matters then, because you really need to utilize your communication skills and your teammates that are also driving in there with you. So we throw on that Voxer app and we start communicating right away with each other. I'm taking lead, he's in rear. So as we're going there, I asked him if he did his homework. Did you call ahead? Did you verify that they have these beacons that we're about to pick up? He said no. I said, guess what you're about to do? He called. So I got a guy behind me on the phone while I'm navigating the traffic. All he's got to do is just keep up with me and listen to his Voxer as we're moving and grooving, right? So I'm calling out lane changes and whatnot. We're gonna be jumping the right lane, move together as one, or I would go ahead of him, get in the lane, slow the lane down, have him, catapult in front of me, and take lead. While he takes lead, I work on a way to get around him or get up in front of him again, or he does the same thing, another lane change transition, where I catapult in front of him again. So, we'll go over these operations in the T-Mouth Task Force videos if you guys are interested. But it is a form of defensive driving that really works, and it controls your movement on the freeway in a safe manner, and to where others really can't affect you. There's no road rage, there's none of that stuff, because you guys can quickly get through, problems without them, getting out of hand, basically. So it was kind of cool to see that quickly. We didn't really need the radios, but we were using the app, and the app, well, I must say, worked out pretty well. There was one time where it kind of broke up with connectivity, but it was good. I didn't have to use my mobile hotspot. It used off the cell phone data, and internet reliability was good, and we were able to flow. So that's how you're going to move all these people. If you are going to move, do you have a target date? How are you going to do this? You got to plan well in advance, right? When you do go to move, are you guys all going to move on the same week, the same day? You really should stagger it, help everybody load up, and then just, we'll say, all right, everyone meet at this location at, let's say, Rise and Shine at 8 a.m. or 6 a.m., and we'll convoy out of the state together with all of our trucks, all of our, U-Hauls and riders and whatnot. And that way you have help and hands on the road with tools and whatnot in the event that you guys do break down. There's a lot of stuff to it. So look into that stuff. Be thinking about what your next plans are. What are you going to do in 6 months? What are you doing in 1 year? What are you doing in 2 years, 5 years, 10 years, so on and so forth? You have to stay steps ahead of everyone else. For the majority, these people out here in California, they're pretty stupid. They're dumb. They're pretty stupid, the majority of them. So, you got to anticipate stupidity. If you look at these freeways, this is just a regular Monday, right? It is crazy jam-packed. Heaven forbid there be a real crazy reason for everyone to flee this area. If that happens, you are going to be screwed in a vehicle. So, if it's life and death, you may need to just boogie out on a bike, right? If it's not life and death, you can plan things out. You don't have to move right away, but you can maybe move out in a week or so, or 2 weeks, or a month, whatever. The more planning you get, the better off the situation will be. So keep that in mind. Like, how are we going to pull this off? Are we going to whittle down our inner circle to only 10, only 50? I don't know how big your cliques are. How are we going to feed everybody? Does everybody have emergency funds? And if so, how much do we have collectively, and how much do we have individually, right? Individual goals. Are you holding quarterly meets online with everyone on your team, or are you you're doing it in person? Do you guys have access to each other's preps and things like that? So, are you looking in your connections for your area that you're looking to move? Are you trying to build job connections and career connections? That's one thing. You can't just move out of state and not communicate or network with everyone in that state, right? I'm an electrician. So I'm looking at certain locals in certain states, and I'm making phone calls, and I'm saying, hey, what's the job market look like up there? If I was to move, right? I would have to plan in advance. But what you got to do is, even if you're not planning a move, you still got to make these you know, these calls, and you gotta put them on record for yourself, you know, notes for your team that, hey, these 4 states are good, job market looks good, housing looks good, I could quickly rent. If I get to an area, I could quickly rent a house or whatever, right? So be thinking about this stuff before you make that big plunge to move. You know, you got to look into, is there housing? How's the transportation? Am I taking this vehicle? Will this vehicle make it across country, right? If you're moving across country. For those people who were getting hit with those hurricanes in Florida, there are some people that were driving cars that would not make it out of the state. What are you going to do with that car? That's a depreciating asset that you either recoup, you sell it quickly, or leave it behind, lose money on the transaction. I mean, you got to think about this stuff. You got to really think about it. You can't just lose money, you know? So I always find that if you prep things out, you do better. You end up on top. For me, what kind of photo opportunities, video opportunities are there going to be in the other state that I move, if I do move, right? You got to look at everything. So go through your vendor contact list and say, wow, I got 100 people that I pretty much call on a monthly basis. You know, who are these hot shots in the next location that I'm going to? Do I have a welder? Do I have a cabinet maker? Do I have a electrician, a plumber? Do I have, you know what I mean? Who do I have on that other side that can help me? So, you know, be thinking about that. You know, I'm going to probably end this video here soon. You know, we're in our target area, and I'm going to jump in that office tonight and get moving and shaking on some things. So, but other than that, yeah, people are texting me and everything. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. If you enjoy these videos, thumbs up them videos, buddy. Give me those comments down below. Tell me what you like about it. Are you planning a move? Are you setting up your life accordingly? Do you budget? If so, do you budget every month? Are you doing it every quarter? Are you budgeting it every 6 months? What are you doing? Where are your goals at? You know, who's mentoring you? Are you mentoring others? These are all things that, you know, we constantly go over. And I really appreciate you guys, you know, tuning in. I'll let you know later on if I do create another channel and what I'll be doing with this channel. But as of right now, you know, we'll see. If I start to spike, great. I might do 2 channels at once to see the activity. But I don't know yet. I really don't know what I'm going to do. But anyways, thank you for watching. Peace out, everybody. Catch me in traffic. You already know what time it is. It's line time. And if you don't know, go subscribe. Find out. Really appreciate this. I like talking to you guys so much. But anyways, I'm hungry. I gotta get some food. You guys can go eat too. Tonight, I think it's ravioli.